Hi everyone, this is Elaine. Welcome to Flat Earth for Dummies 101. Definition of dummy: indoctrinated in globe from birth. Ask yourself this question: have you ever felt the earth move? Your answer is no, because nobody has ever, nor will anyone ever, feel any hint of motion of the allegedly spinning ball. Bear in mind that the heliocentric theory, that the earth is encircling the sun and all that goes with it, tells you that the earth is spinning at the equator at more than 1,000 miles per hour. If you go north or south 45 degrees, the spin is 700 to 900 miles per hour. Let's add on the fact that the earth is orbiting the sun allegedly at 67,000 miles per hour. At the same time, the sun and all its orbiting bodies, including the earth, is allegedly orbiting the Milky Way galaxy at 448,000 miles per hour. Let's toss in the alleged motion of our so-called galaxy toward its closest neighbor galaxy, Andromeda, at 252,000 miles per hour. That's a lot of motion and incredible speeds. Yet we experience none of this motion whatsoever. So how do we know beyond any shadow of a doubt that all of this spinning and orbiting is happening? The answer is we don't. The fact is that we have been indoctrinated from childhood that all of the above motion and speeds are happening, when in actuality our senses tell us that we are not moving. Let's review briefly what observable experiments have revealed about the motion of the earth. In the 19th century, as well as today, scientists were convinced of the heliocentric model. Between April and July of 1887, Albert A. Michelson, physicist, and Edward W. Morley, chemist, at what is now Case Western Reserve University in Cleveland, Ohio, performed an experiment designed to compare the speed of light, in particular horizontal directions, in order to detect the relative motion of matter through a stationary ether, the medium that was believed at that time to fill all space and through which light waves would travel. The basic concept involved using the rotation of the earth and its rotation around the sun to create interference bands of light that would determine if light travels at the same velocity in all directions. This experiment was referred to as the failed experiment because the results were a shocking negative, because it demonstrated that the earth was not moving around the sun. Now, this was in contradiction to all expectations. Michelson and Morley discovered that a light beam discharged horizontally in the direction of the Earth's assumed motion showed virtually no difference in speed from a light beam discharged north to south or south to north. The net result was that no motion was detected. Michelson and Morley, as well as other renowned scientists, repeated this experiment many times with different horizontal axial positions and at different times of the day, all with the same result. The Earth was not moving. This was a shocking realization for scientists. It meant throwing out the heliocentric model, which of course was unthinkable. These experiments directly influenced Einstein's theory of relativity, which was designed to support the heliocentric model. It should be noted that the Michelson-Morley experiment did detect a small amount of ether, and that minimal attempt would cause Einstein's theory of relativity to collapse. 50 years of experiments from the 1880s to 1930 obtained the same results. But by that time, Einstein was, quote, the earth mover. It should be noted that the experiment was 10 times more sensitive than it needed to be. It could have detected speeds as low as 2 miles a second instead of the known 20 miles per second of the Earth orbiting around the Sun. Einstein came along with a bunch of mathematical formulas designed to negate the observable experiment. What can we conclude? The Michelson-Morley experiments show that the preconceived idea that the Earth orbits the Sun is the sole determining factor of how the modern scientist will interpret the results of any experiment. In order to hold on to this preconceived idea, he will introduce mitigating factors onto the experimental results. Usually this is done by hypothetical concepts and fudged mathematics. The scientist convinces himself that because he can invent a mathematical equation that can transform the empirical results, he can keep his preconceived idea of how he thinks the universe operates. It's the Machiavellian principle that the end justifies the means. If you absolutely know that the Earth revolves around the Sun, any result you come up with must match that preconceived concept. The bottom line is that the heliocentric model is a reverse engineered construct that has no basis in reality. The Earth is not moving. It is a flat plain upon which there are hills and mountains and oceans. It is covered by a dome that holds in our atmosphere and protects us from whatever is on the outside. What exactly does that mean for NASA and other space agencies, both governmental and private? Lots of money for movie sets and CGI. The Earth is not moving. If you still think you are on a spinning sphere, you need to thoroughly research flat Earth. If you believe the Earth is spinning, prove to yourself what you believe, and you will discover what you believe is basically unbelievable. A spinning globe is only true in fairy tales. Only the truth will set you free. The lies were out to get me, to feast upon my brain. Free Masonic wormholes were to blame. Then I saw the way. Now I'm a flat earther. There is no curve, no globe in my mind. The earth is flat. We're the believers, don't eat the deceivers, those who lie. I thought the globe was more or less a given thing. The more I saw, the more was fake. Was the moon a junkyard, the ISS a sham? When I wanted answers, I got spam. Then I saw the way. Now I'm a flat earther. There is no curve, no globe in my mind. The earth is flat. We're the believers, don't eat the deceivers, those who lie. Please subscribe to my channel, Flat Earth for Dummies 101. You can find a link on my website, flatearthfordummies101.com, to go to the YouTube channel. Stay flat, everyone.